Okay, you ready?
No.
You didn't do nothing different. All you did was do this to your hair, and you're like, okay, I'm ready.
Cause I gotta make sure I look good this time.
You look good. You look good. You look fine. Why you being so awkward? Yeah, I love that. You thought you were slick. I seen that.
Well,
y'all
obviously,
see that?
babe.
Y'all see how
obviously,
evil she is?
because I was like,
you was about to do it again. Yeah, so I'm just gonna straight to the chase. We're basically just gonna be giving you guys an inside scoop on how we met, you know, how all this started. Let's rewind back to, I'm gonna let you start it off. Let's rewind back to last year. Last year literally around this time too.
It wasn't this time.
It was this time.
Not when I first saw you.
Okay, so then you gotta fill them in on that then. You guys remember that, I'll put it to you like this. You guys remember that fair video?
Yeah, he has a fair video.
If you guys haven't checked it out, for the ones that haven't seen it, go check that video out because it'll make a lot more sense if you do, obviously. But pretty much, I made a video last year. It was around July, and I went to the fair in Sac, and she seen me there, and I didn't even know at the time. She literally didn't tell me till after we were dating, but I didn't know her. Obviously, we didn't know each other. And she seen me there, and I guess, go ahead, I'll let you say it.
Yeah, so basically I just didn't make a move at the fair. I saw him from afar, saw him with a couple friends.
Yeah. And we're making a video, obviously, you know what I mean, going around.
Yeah.
And she seen me, she didn't make a move. I didn't see her, but she seen me, and she was with one of her friends. And you want to tell them why you didn't? You can be honest.
I didn't go up to him because he was talking to two girls, and obviously.
Okay, but hey, wait. Let me say this.
Obviously, I didn't go up to him because that's just weird. I'm sorry, because I obviously don't know him. He's a random person. Why am I gonna go up to him when he's already talking to two other girls? Like, what are you gonna think?
No, I get where you're coming from. I do. At that time, I wasn't even like trying to get at those girls. The reason why I did was because I was with some of my boys. And they, you know what I mean, they told me that they were interested, so I was like,
basically,
okay, like,
let me go. Basically, my man was a wingman.
Basically, yeah, I was like wingman. I was like, all right, let me go talk to them a little bit, you know. And, yeah, I was trying to put them on, and pretty much.
Yeah, so that's when I saw him, and he was talking to two other girls. So obviously, I didn't make a move because of that reason that he was already talking to two other girls that day. So I was like, oh. Yeah. I was like, okay, you know, kind of gave me like vibes, you know, like.
Kind of threw her off.
You know.
Which I don't blame her, but at the same time, it's like. It wasn't it. Those girls weren't like, I wasn't trying to get at them. Like, it was literally for my boys. Like, I was trying to put them on, pretty much be their wingman. So that's the only reason why I was talking to them. But for that reason, you know, she didn't approach me. And so fast forward 2 months. I DM'd her because I seen her social. I think it was on TikTok or some other social media app. DM'd her on Instagram. And do you want to show them the DMs?
Do you want me to pull it up?
Oh, here, I'll show you guys. So can you see? Is it focusing? All right, there we go. So basically, I hit her up. Literally says it right there, September 20th. I was like, hey, seen you on my For You page and maybe thought someday you can meet my parents. She's like, oh, for sure, let me know I'm there. So basically, I hit her up with that. It was slick, don't lie.
No, it was slick. And it's funny too, because I usually don't answer like random DMs from guys that I don't know, because there was no mutuals. Like, we didn't follow people that, you know, we knew or whatever. No, exactly. Like, we didn't have any mutuals. So he was like a completely random person, and I was like, ooh. But I took the risk and I answered, and
here we are.
He asked for my number, and I usually don't give my number out either.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't come off too strong, but at the same time, I was straightforward with my intentions.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's also because I recognized him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is so weird too, though, because my sister even said that he looked familiar, which is crazy because she didn't even go with me to the fair that day.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. Because when I first asked her about it, she told me that, and obviously I never met her sister, so I didn't know who she was. I'm sure she didn't know who I was, but she said I looked familiar. So I don't know if like you had a dream about me or your sister did, or I don't know what
Probably.
It was. But fuck, I just got a number right there. We started talking.
I'll let you say it. We talk on the phone like every now and then. I was pretty shy though, I won't lie. I've just always been a shy person, so it's like, you know, he was able to tell, but he was He was okay with it. It wasn't like it really bothered him.
Yeah, I didn't hella, you know what I mean, hella get on her ass about it, or press her about it. I was just like, I did want to see her face. I mean, how she was shy, and I was like, I get it, you know what I mean. So I didn't hella push her towards it, but go ahead, I'll let you.
So yeah, basically, so we would FaceTime, you know.
After I got off work.
It was whenever he got off work that we would FaceTime, and then we'd FaceTime for probably like 30 minutes, and then.
No, there was nights though. We would FaceTime like all night.
So like we would sleep on the phone together, basically.
No, yeah.
Now this is just talking stage.
Oh yeah, we weren't even dating.
This is just talking stage. This is not no dating. And then fast forward to like probably like 2 weeks after
we started because we literally started FaceTiming probably like that same week I hit her up.
Yeah, we actually FaceTimed I think the day after he texted me.
Yeah, I got straight. I'm telling y'all, I got straight to it. I was straightforward with my intentions.
Wasting
I think
no time.
Exactly, and I think for that reason, I think that's why I caught her attention, is because I was straightforward with it.
Yeah, because nobody wants a guy that's gonna, you know, take his time and, you know, like.
Is unsure of what he wants, pretty much.
Exactly. Like us girls, like we want a man to show us like what he wants. You know. Or
at least most girls. Probably can't speak for all.
Most girls. Yeah. I won't speak for all of them. I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
Then 2 weeks later, it was like a random. It was a random Wednesday. He texted. No, actually, he didn't text me. He called me, and I was picking up my little brother from practice, and he calls me, and he's like, "What are you doing tonight?" And then I don't remember how the conversation goes, but all I remember is
this was like a week after, huh?
Yeah.
Like I first texted you.
No, 2 weeks.
Or was this? Oh, so this is the second week in the talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he texts me and he's like, "Oh, he calls me. He's like, what are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, nothing.
Up to this point, we still haven't met.
No,
like officially, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's seen me at the fair and everything, but like actually like meet up, we haven't. Like, we were just FaceTiming.
But we meet up that night, and mind you, it's like 9 p.m. Like, who meets up at 9 p.m.? Like,
literally the only time I was able to meet up with her. That's why I was so late, because like I said, or like she said, I would get off work probably like 8.
We were already supposed to meet up on the weekend, but he couldn't wait.
Yeah, we already made plans to.
He couldn't wait, so I was like, whatever. Like, I was like, I'm down. Like, well, cause. Why not?
She was feeling me. She was feeling me, pretty much.
I was like, why not? But it was like 9 p.m. I ended up at this park that was literally near my house. And mind you, we didn't even tell him how far we used to live from each other.
Oh no, it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, we lived 45 minutes. So I guess you could say it was like long distance, but a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's not long distance. No. It was long distance because...
That's still pretty deep. 45 minutes is still pretty deep.
It's deep because we don't get to see each other often.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, he drove... like basically an hour to come and see me, and we hung out only for like an hour too.
It was like 2.
It was like probably an hour or 2.
You didn't go home till what, like 11?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we only hung out for a bit.
I parked on one
side.
I parked on one side. She parked on the other side of the park. So I walked to her car. Right. I walked up there, shake her hand. I was like, "Hi," like, you know what I mean. I was basically
he was going in for a hug, and I don't know why I was like, okay. Let me handshake his, like, you know, I was like, let me give him a handshake.
I did go in for
You were going in for a hug.
That's right. I thought I went in for a handshake.
I kid you not. I did probably the most embarrassing thing anybody could ever do when they're meeting someone. I was approaching him. I go like this, and I give him my hand. Literally, no eye contact.
No bullshit, you guys. That's literally what she did. Like, I thought I went in for a handshake, but I went in for a hug. And literally, as I was doing that, she goes like, she covers her eyes and she goes like this. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Confused as hell
because I thought she was gonna be down for a hug too. And she does this, and I'm like, oh, okay, so.
No, we shake hands too, but he's like, I wanted a hug.
No, yeah, I told her straight up. I was like, I wanted a hug. You know, I want a hug. So, what's it called? Yeah, she gave me a hug, and then after that, we went to sell your car after that, huh? Yeah. Gave her a hug, you know, asked her how she was doing, this and that, whatever. We went into her car, and we were just talking. We were just talking for a little bit.
But no eye contact.
Oh, yeah, no, I tried looking at her the whole time. I was telling her, like, why she not making eye contact.
I was literally like, he's about to think I'm so weird because, like, when we first met, like, I probably didn't make eye contact. For the longest time.
Yeah, it took her a long time. Did not make
eye contact.
It took her a long time to actually, like, get over that.
I'm really bad when it comes to talking to people and, like, you know, making eye contact. Like, I'm really shy. Like, I might not look shy, but
oh yeah,
I am pretty shy.
Yeah, but then after that, we were talking for what? Probably like 10,
we were
minutes?
talking, yeah. We were talking for a while. Then we went on a walk.
And then we went out because obviously we were there at the park. I was like, I think I asked you. I was like, do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, it was the perfect weather too.
Yeah,
oh my God, it was
felt good outside.
Oh, it was the perfect fall weather.
Exactly. So I asked her. I was like, let's go. I was like, do you want to go on a walk? She was like, yeah. So we went on a walk around the park.
Oh, he was slick with this too.
I'll let you say it.
No, you got to say it because it was you.
All right. So basically, we went on a walk around the park. We were probably like halfway around the park, and it was it was dark. Obviously, we told you guys it was late, probably like 9, 10, and I told her I was like, wait, how did I put it? I'm trying to think. How did I put it? I was like, if you get scared, you can hold my hand. Like as we were walking in the dark, and then she was like, oh okay. And then after that, I think she just grabbed my hand.
I did. I grabbed his hand.
And so after that, after she grabbed my hand and she got closer to me, that's how I knew. I was like, okay, like. I know,
I'm getting a little comfortable.
I mean? Yeah, exactly. I was like, she's getting a little comfortable. Like,
well, like I said, he didn't give me no weird vibes, so I'm like, okay, like this doesn't feel too. Because like I'm sure a lot of girls out there are gonna know, like when you hang out with a guy like, and you automatically get weird vibes, like you're gonna feel uncomfortable as hell, and you're not gonna wanna like even like let him like even get near you, whatever. You know what I mean? But it did not feel like that at all. Like it felt like completely normal, like such a. How do I say it?
It just felt right.
It just felt right. Like our vibe just like we clicked.
We instantly clicked. But I already knew that. I already knew like everything was gonna go before we even met up. I knew everything was gonna go well in person just because the way like the FaceTime calls were going. Like even over FaceTime, like I could tell we clicked instantly. And so yeah, basically I held her hand and then we walked around the park. We finished our walk and then we went back to your car. We went back to my car actually. And then we went over there. We talked again.
We talked some more.
We talked some more.
I think we were talking about family during that.
Something. My car for probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah, an extra 20.
And then I think you got a call from your parents saying
I did. I had to go.
Yeah.
I was already like 11.
I think it was I was damn near 11.
It was already 11. Okay. And mind you, I didn't even tell my parents I was going out to meet up with a guy. I told them I was going. What did you say? I told him I was going to my friend's house.
Oh, that's right.
I literally said I'm going to my friend Selena's house, and
because I remember you told me how strict your parents were. I was like, what'd you tell your parents? And I think you told me you were like,
oh, my parents are strict, especially my dad. My dad was so strict.
Yeah.
But like not really strict, but when it came to guys, definitely
which I understood. So I was like, okay, like that's cool. Like you know what I mean. I'll walk you to your car, and then after that, we'll say bye, whatever.
Yeah.
So we walk back to her car.
We're saying bye. We're hugging.
Thank you for giving me the chance, pretty much. I was thanking her. I was like, I had a good time. I was like, did you have a good time? She was like, yeah, of course.
Had a great time.
As I was hugging her, I whispered in her ear. I was like, I gotta give you something before you go.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, I gotta give you something before you go. And then she was like, what is it? And then she looked up at me, and then bam, I went for it. After we kissed, she put my arm around her, and she was like,
I didn't even want to leave.
Yeah,
I didn't even want to go home anymore. I'm like,
she was like, can you just take me with you? I was like, damn.
I fell hard. I fell pretty fast. I did. I won't even lie.
I did too, though. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't. Like, I did. I was obviously feeling her. You know what I mean? It felt right. So.
What can I say? Just kidding. Yeah. So we linked up October 5th the first time,
and then 2 days later we linked up again.
And I was so scared and nervous. I told my mom, obviously, because who isn't gonna tell their mom? So my mom knew that I was going on a date, but the one person I didn't know was my dad. And it's a good thing he got there literally as soon as my dad got into the shower. So I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity to go out the house without my dad knowing exactly where I'm going. Because I told my dad that I was going out with friends. I didn't say that I was going on a date.
And I feel like every time, the first few times we actually linked, she was telling her parents that she was going out with friends. I did tell my dad. Or were you like honestly?
No, my mom knew where I was going.
Okay, so your mom didn't know.
Actually. Yeah, my mom knew. It was just my dad that didn't. Okay. I don't know. I just wasn't ready to tell my dad. Oh, yeah. Not just that. Before I had met like Ernesto, I was in another relationship 2 years before I was in a long-term relationship and it ended really bad. And obviously, met the family and everything and it ended bad. So I took 2 years of not dating or anything. So Ernesto was the first guy to actually like
meet her family.
Yeah, meet my family again. So I was a bit nervous about that because I'm like, okay, well, nobody wants another failed relationship. You know what I mean? What's it called? But I don't know. I felt pretty confident in this one, so I wasn't too scared for him to meet my parents. but I just wasn't ready for him. Although
she didn't want to feel like rushed into it. That's what it was.
I didn't.
Like, you know what I mean? She didn't, and I respected it. Like I was like, I get it. Like, you know, like I don't want to come off as like I'm trying to rush her either. So I was like, whenever you're ready, you know, that's fine.
Yeah,
so.
I did eventually end up telling my dad that I've been going out with the guy, and he was okay with it.
I feel like he didn't believe it at first, huh?
No,
he didn't believe it at first. Because you told me he didn't believe you. I think you told me that he didn't believe it at first.
No, he didn't. Because I had told him that I want a guy to come meet my dad, and he was like, that I want a guy to come meet him, you know, and my dad was like, no, like...
He didn't believe her. Like,
he was like, stop playing around. Because, I mean, I like to joke around with my dad about stuff like that, like, you know, so... But I was so dead ass, and he didn't take me serious, and I was like, okay. I'm like, but the day I bring him, like, you know... But my dad...
Don't be surprised.
Yeah, my dad wasn't ready to meet him either, though. My dad was like, as long as you know what you're doing and you know his intentions and you know he's a good guy, that's all that matters, you know? Like, I don't need to meet him just yet.
Wait, he said all that before I met him? Oh.
Like, he just said as long as, like, you know...
You know what you're doing pretty much, yeah.
He's like, you should know...
What's right, what's wrong, yeah.
But, fast forward probably a week after...
So this
not even a week after. Actually, not even a week after. It was a couple days later.
Yeah, so a couple days later after the second time we linked up.
Yeah.
And so this was our third, I guess you could call it our third date.
October 11th.
Yeah,
October 11th, he comes down to Lodi again.
And basically we had a, you know, it was like a date. Like did I take you out to eat or what did we do?
When?
On the 11th. We did something. I know we did something. I don't know if we went out to eat or if we...
I don't remember what he did. I don't remember what he did.
Wait, do we? Or no,
I didn't even talk about our second link up. Hold on.
You did.
Oh, I did?
Well, no, actually you didn't.
Let me go back to that. Okay, October 7th.
No, but you can just like, you just give a
okay, more of the story. Yeah, we just link up again and we go to this park actually and we just sit and talk about like our past, like boundaries and everything. Just
going over all that pretty much. Like, I feel like the first two times we linked up, we did a lot of talking, like getting like to know each other a little bit more. Like obviously we're FaceTiming
on a deep level.
Exactly, like we were FaceTiming every day, but like she said, on a deep level.
Like we got into some deep conversations.
So we were having like real good, and they were real good conversations. Like it was never like every time we went on a date or every time I seen her, like it was never dry, it was never awkward. Like she said, everything literally just felt right. Yeah. And so
fast forward to October 11th.
Fast forward, this was our third time linking up, you know, October 11th. And
I'm not sure what we do, but we go to Dutch Bros actually.
Okay, I know we went somewhere.
We went to Dutch Bros.
No, because we picked up Marcos from
because we met up at my brother's football practice.
Her little brother plays football, and so we went.
I told him to just meet me at the park.
Yeah, so I met her at her brother's practice, and then
we waited until he got out.
Yeah, we were just chilling there, and then we waited till he got out. Once he got out, you know, us three. That was the first time I met your brother too.
Yeah, that was the first time.
So and straight off the bat, he was fucking with me. Like
me
and her brother clicked instantly. Like, you know what I mean. He reminded me just of my little brother. So it was like, you know what I mean. We instantly clicked, and so we all went to Dutch Bros. Then after that, I think we got him ice cream too.
Yeah, we went to Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. Went to Dutch, went to Baskin Robbins. After that, we dropped him off at home, and then I think we just like parked somewhere.
We went back to
your sister's.
We did. Actually, we went to go leave the truck at my house, and then because my sister lives down the street from where my parents live.
Yeah.
What's it called?
And so we went to go drop that off.
We walked back to my sister's house because he was gonna meet my mom and my sister that night.
No, I didn't end up meeting him that night though.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. The 11th?
Oh,
no, I didn't.
No, just kidding. No, okay, so October 11th, I actually scratched that. So he didn't meet my mom or my sister that night. What's it called? But that night, he asked me, wasted no time. He asked me to be his girlfriend. Like he got straight to the point. Like, literally, we were sitting in his car. And
we were just talking, like, you know what I mean, the usual. We were just talking. And
we were just talking, and
no, actually, we weren't in the front seat though. We went to the back. No, we didn't do the deed. Like,
no business.
Let me say that. Let me make
it clear. None of that was going on.
No, we did not do the deed.
It's just he just didn't like the fact that in the front seat there's obviously something.
Yeah, I was trying to get more comfortable with her, but let me make clear. No, we didn't do the deed. Anyways. We were having a little make out section, whatever. Like, we were making out a little bit, and then after that, okay, girl. I guess if you don't know, and then after that, we were talking for a little bit longer, and then after that, she was telling me that she had to go inside. I think your mom called you.
My sister.
And before she went in, before she went inside, I asked her. I was like,
do you want to make it official?
Yeah, exactly. And so I basically expressed my feelings to her. I was like, you know what I mean? I actually genuinely, I see myself being with you, you know, this and that. And like, do you want to make it official? Like, you know, and so
I said yes.
And yeah, basically October 11th, 2023 was when we made it official, man.
Which is crazy, guys. Our 1 year is almost coming up.
Yeah, and so fast forward a year, and now we're almost a year into it. And this past year with her, it's been like the best year of my life, and I don't regret anything, you know. So
no, literally, I can say the same though.
Exactly.
Like,
and so
literally,
everything just, I don't know, everything just fell into place like so perfectly. Like it's like you can't make it like. Things like this, like when it's, I know it's gonna sound corny as fuck, but when it's true love, you know what I mean? Like it's like I feel like everything just falls into place naturally. Like it's not.
And they're wrong,
forced,
you know. We went through like the ups and downs, kind of, but not like ups and downs to the point where like we feel the need to break up or take a break from each other. Yeah. No. It was just like communication was just really bad.
Best, yeah.
In our relationship.
When we first started like officially dating, after we made it official, like the first few months after that, like the communication wasn't the best.
Communication was terrible. There'd be a few nights where like we just, you know, we would text, but we wouldn't text for some time. Like we'd take at least 2-3 hours. Yeah. It was pretty bad.
No, yeah, communication wasn't the best at first.
Which made him start to overthink, and obviously I was overthinking too, and it was just really bad. To
basically thinking there was something that wasn't, like, you know what I mean, that we were seeing other people, but it was never like that. It was just our communication wasn't the best. And so, yeah, so after that, we talked it out, and then our communication got better, and since then it's honestly just everything just felt
talking things out made everything so much better. Like, we wouldn't argue about it, but then again, we never really brought it up to each other that our communication was really bad until this one day. I think he did.
I did. I brought it up to her, and
it was such an emotional roller coaster that night.
It was, but honestly, that's like some of the best advice I can give to any young couple is just talk things out. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to talk to your partner. Like, obviously, you know, anything that can be figured out, like just by talking to them, like just do it. Like,
you shouldn't have to argue over it.
Like, you shouldn't have to argue
over expressing how you feel over something. You shouldn't have to argue over it.
Exactly. You shouldn't have to, you know, break up over stupid shit. Like, it's like just talk it out with your partner.
You should understand each other's point of view too.
I always respected her. She always respected me. I showed her nothing but respect. It went both ways.
You gotta have respect in a relationship.
Exactly.
Like,
so,
that's
and if not, it's not gonna work. So, but yeah, that was pretty much.
So now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here.
We live together.
Now we're making YouTube videos.
We live together, y'all. We're about to hit a year. About to pop out with a baby.
I don't know about all that. We'll see. Maybe a few years down the road. But right now,
crush my dreams. I'm just kidding. No, we're not rushing that. There will be no babies.
Yeah, no, I want to wait at least a few years. You know, so.
He wants me to be a grandma, basically, is what he's saying.
No, we're still young, so I just want to.
No, we're living our 20s.
Exactly. I want to enjoy our youth. You know what I mean? I want to be able to still work without having to stress over a kid. Not only that, I want to make sure my kids are good, you know, financially. And I'm not gonna say like, you know, I'm not making good money, you know, but at the same time, I'm not living comfortably enough to where I can have kids and, you know what I mean, like, support them.
It makes sense. I respect it. Yeah. No complaints. Even if I want kids, I'm willing to wait.
That's pretty much it. I just wanted to, you know, give you guys basically the inside scoop on all this, and so you guys pretty much know everything now. That pretty much sums up everything.
Literally everything.
That's gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to our little love story. But now you guys know. Anything else you want to say, babe?
I love this man.
I love you too.
I know. Damn right.
Love you guys. See you guys.
Look at my lock screen, guys. Wait. Wait, that's our picture, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the end. The end.
Love you guys. See you guys in the next one.